If you didn't adjust your Airbnb pricing by 18% in late 2025, you just gave Airbnb thousands of dollars for free. And I can almost guarantee that most hosts still don't understand what actually changed. In this video, I'm breaking down the 3 biggest changes that hit every single Airbnb host in 2025. And if you haven't taken action on these yet, then you're losing money right now. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you need to fix today to protect your revenue going into 2026. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm James Fedek, co-author of Airbnb for Dummies and one of the world's leading short-term rental educators. Over my 8 years of hosting through every market cycle, I've personally managed dozens of listings while earning a full-time income myself and traveling the world full-time. I've been featured in some of the world's biggest publications and helped thousands of hosts to level up their hosting. Through B&B Mastery, I've helped over 800 hosts to optimize their business, plus helped over 700 people launch successful co-hosting careers. I'm here to help you with your short-term rental. Change number 1 is the fee restructure that everyone got wrong. Here's what happened. Airbnb completely eliminated the split fee model in 2025. The old way worked like this. Hosts paid around 3%, guests paid 14 to 16% separately. Starting in late 2025, Airbnb rolled out a host-only fee of 15.5%. Now here's where it gets tricky. The rollout happened in waves. August 25th, new hosts using property management softwares could only select the single fee structure. October 27th, all property management software connected hosts were automatically transitioned to 15.5%. December 1st, most remaining hosts on the single fee moved to 15.5%. And here's the part that cost hosts thousands of dollars. Most hosts didn't understand how to calculate their new rates to maintain the same income. Let me show you the actual math. Say your old nightly rate was $100. Under the split fee model, you paid $3 to Airbnb and netted $97. Now, under the new 15.5% host fee, Airbnb takes their cut from whatever rate you set. To maintain that same $97 net payout, you need to set your rate at $114.79. Here's why. $114.79 minus 15.5% equals $97. So that's the formula. Take whatever you netted before and divide it by 0.845. If you didn't raise your rates at all, you took a massive pay cut. And this doesn't just apply to your nightly rate. It applies to your cleaning fee, your pet fee, your linen fee, all your fees. Every single fee you charge needs to be recalculated using this formula. Divide your old net amount by 0.845. That's your new gross price. Even I didn't realize that this change impacted cleaning fees too. It wasn't until I actually looked closely that I realized Airbnb was now suddenly grabbing 15.5% of my cleaning fee too. Oh, and if you're in Brazil, it's even worse. Your rate is 16%. But wait, there's more. Airbnb also changed their payment terms on September 8th, 2025. They introduced something called Reserve Now, Pay Later for guests. This means a booking can occupy a spot on your calendar without guaranteed payment. If the payment fails 72 hours before check-in, the reservation automatically cancels. No compensation to you. Your calendar was blocked. You potentially turned down other bookings, and now you're scrambling to fill a last-minute gap. And here's the kicker. Hosts now bear greater chargeback liability as well. Airbnb can reverse payouts even after a stay is completed if a guest disputes the charge. And Airbnb still keeps their service fee. So not only are you paying more in fees, you're also taking on more risk. If you want help calculating exactly how much you need to adjust your pricing, check out B&B Trap. We've got the complete ROI calculator that automatically factors in the new fee structure, so you don't have to do the math yourself. You'll also get access to our advanced pricing strategies training that walks you through exactly how to implement these changes without scaring away your guests. I'll drop a link to check out B&B Tribe at the top of the description.
Look, if you're tired of Airbnb changing the rules on you every few months, it's time to get serious about platform diversification. And that's where today's sponsor, Hostaway, comes in. Here's the problem most hosts run into when they try to list on multiple platforms. You're manually updating calendars on Airbnb, then Vrbo, then Booking.com. You're jumping between 3 different inboxes trying to respond to guest messages. You're updating prices in 5 different places. It's a nightmare, and it's the reason most hosts never actually diversify, even though they know they should. Hostaway solves this problem. It's a channel management platform that syncs everything automatically. So when someone books on Airbnb, that date instantly gets blocked on Vrbo and Booking.com. No double bookings. All your guest messages from every platform come into one unified inbox. You update your pricing once and it pushes it to every platform you're listed on. And here's what I really love about Hostaway. You can set different cancellation policies on different platforms. So you can use Airbnb's firm policy because you have to, but then run strict or even no refund on Vrbo, where you actually have that control. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket anymore. Hostaway also has the most reliable calendar syncing in the entire industry. I've tested pretty much every channel manager out there, and Hostaway is the one that actually works without constantly needing manual fixes. So if you're serious about building a real short-term rental business that doesn't live and die by Airbnb's policy changes, you need to be on multiple platforms. And if you're gonna be on multiple platforms, you need Hostaway to manage it without losing your mind. Check out the link in the description to learn more about Hostaway and see if it's the right fit for your business.
All right, change number 2 is the cancellation policy elimination. October 1st, 2025 was a dark day for Airbnb hosts. That's the day that Airbnb killed the strict cancellation policy. If you had a new listing after that date, you couldn't select strict. It just wasn't an option anymore. Now, let me show you the difference because it's massive. Under the old strict policy, guests got a full refund if they canceled within 48 hours of booking. After that, they could still get a 50% refund if they canceled 7 or more days before check-in. Under the new firm policy, guests can cancel up to 30 days before check-in and get a full 100% refund. Between 7 and 30 days out, they still get 50% back. See the problem there? If you're in a seasonal market like a ski resort or a beach town, guests are booking months in advance. Under the old strict policy, once that 48-hour window passed, you had some protection. Under firm, a guest can book your place in July for a Christmas ski trip and cancel in November for a full refund. Your peak season dates just opened up 60 days before arrival. Good luck filling those at full price. And here's something else worth noting. Airbnb also made a universal 24-hour cancellation window mandatory for all policies. Even if you were grandfathered into the strict policy, you still have to allow guests to cancel within 24 hours of making their booking for a full refund. No exceptions. Airbnb also introduced a new limited policy. This gives guests a full refund if they cancel 14 or more days out and 50% back between 7 and 14 days before check-in. So your options now are flexible, pretty much no protection, limited, slightly better, or firm, better than limited, but nowhere near the old strict. Now, here's the silver lining, and you need to pay attention to this. In late 2025 and early 2026, Airbnb has said that they'll be rolling out dynamic cancellation policies. This will let you assign different cancellation policies to different date ranges. So you can set stricter terms during high demand periods and more lenient policies during the shoulder seasons. This could be a saving grace for hosts, but it'll all depend on how it's actually configured. Peak season dates should be on firm at minimum. Off-season dates can be more flexible to attract those bookings, and adjust your pricing to account for the higher cancellation risk as well. If guests can cancel 30 days out, you need to price that risk in. Inside B&B Tribe, we break down exactly how to use cancellation policies in the B&B Bootcamp module on setting your launch goals. We also cover how to adjust your pricing strategy, protect yourself from last-minute cancellations. Plus, you'll join a community of hosts who successfully navigated this transition and can share what's actually working right now. Once again, the link to check it out is at the top of the description. Okay, change number 3 is the communication lockdown. May 10th, 2025. That's when Airbnb dropped the most restrictive communication policy in the platform's history, and it prohibits hosts from doing a bunch of things that used to be totally normal. Here's what you cannot do anymore. There are narrow exceptions if you're using an API-connected property management system, but for most hosts, these are a total no-go. Now, here's how Airbnb is enforcing this. They're now using AI to scan all of your messages. The system flags keywords like wire transfer, book directly, or any external URLs. If you get caught, you're looking at listing suspension or permanent removal from the platform. No warning, no second chance. And it's not just about what you say in your messages. All mandatory fees now have to be entered on Airbnb in the designated pricing fields. You can't just mention fees in your listing description anymore. That's a violation now. Guest guidebooks that require external logins, those are out. Digital key apps are still allowed, but only if they're optional and you also provide access information through Airbnb messaging. So what does this mean for you practically? If you are collecting guest emails for marketing, that pipeline is now shut down unless you're doing it through compliant methods during their stay. If you are using third-party apps for a check-in that required guests to create accounts, then you need to rebuild that system. If you had external links in your listing or your welcome message, those need to be removed immediately. And if you're trying to move past guests to direct bookings, you can't do that directly through Airbnb. This change forced a lot of hosts to completely rebuild their check-in systems and their communication workflows. The good news is this: compliance systems do exist. You just need to know exactly how to set them up correctly. Inside B&B Tribe, our guest messaging templates are fully compliant with the new restrictions, so you can copy and paste them without worrying about getting flagged. We also have training in our Setting Up Tech and Automations module that shows you exactly how to build check-in systems that work with Airbnb's new rules. Plus, we've got resources for hiring and training guest communication teams that understand these restrictions. Okay, so here's what you need to do right now. Look, these 3 changes alone can make or break your hosting business in 2026. Inside B&B Tribe, you get the exact systems to handle all of this work without any of the guesswork. We've got complete pricing calculators that factor in the new fee structure automatically. We've got policy compliance checklists so you never risk getting your listing suspended. We've got guest communication templates that are fully compliant and actually work. Plus, you'll join a member community that's sharing real-time wins and solutions as things evolve. You'll also get over $4,000 in tool discounts to help offset your costs. And you'll get access to members like Fahim, who just landed a $15,000 booking after implementing these exact strategies. $49 a month. Once again, link is at the top of the description. If this video is going to save you some money, hit the like button and comment which change caught you off guard. Subscribe as well so you don't miss the next Airbnb update, and join B&B Tribe if you're ready to stop reacting and start staying ahead. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.